Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. You look at this Eagle defense, and they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
From the gun, it's Lance. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Lance looking to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front of the field and let him pick his spot to run the football. The defense there swarming to it and not allowing that to happen. Did not let him get downfield.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Left side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Hurts to throw. This is Smith with a grab. get this to the 30 before being taken down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. No gain on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Hurts. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Osa Odighizuwa able to record his 5th sack of the season. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field.
Oh, Cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Now here's a throw that's complete. You look at this Eagle defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now Lance throwing on second down. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3. From the gun, it's Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. He was able to get away initially on that play, but ultimately not much space to roam.
Great job there by them containing him, because you mentioned he got away initially, and how many times does that end up with a guy taking off for 15 or 20 yards? Here, the support was there, and they made the tackle for a loss.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to move back in front. Extra point splits the points. It's now 10-7. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. 1 man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Aubrey now for the point after. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Eagles 10.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 6. Hurts. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Osa Odighizuwa. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Micah Parsons able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And Lance going to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Boy, he took a shot as he let that go. It's going to be on 3rd down. There's no denying they will get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. Couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now Lance. And this is going to be incomplete.
I see so proud of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this one is right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The Eagles at 2-6 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Hurts. On the move to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this will be taken at the 13. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Here we go.
They'll run with Pollard to still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Lance to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that brings up 3rd and 14. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Lance. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. They will run straight ahead with Swift. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the game. And his momentum in his game. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out, powering his way forward. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. And he comes back with one complete. 4 yards a gain, and it'll bring up the 3rd down.
Now it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. He ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Lance. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's knocked to the turf right there at the 46-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 43.
The big guy there showing some agility. He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
DeMarvion overshown, the one to bring him down.
But both teams practice this situation. And this time, the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed him off with that run.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Odighizuwa able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Second and 9.
He'll look to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshow.
And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Lance looking to throw it. Swinging this out for Pollard. Touchdown! Tony Pollard. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Cowboys take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Eagles 17.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go play action with Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Up the middle, it's Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Here's Hurts to throw.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. Touchdown, Eagles! James Mitchell, 28 yards.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. All the way to the end zone.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go. This 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Over the down look on defense, two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there with the drive free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 2nd down, here's Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
2nd and 10.
Now a give here to Pollard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. He stiff arms him. And they work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2 yards to go, second down. Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Now 2nd and 5. Throwing is Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
I tell you, he's been running for his life all game long. They've sacked him time after time. And here he's again forced to beat the retreat. And he's got to throw this ball away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. Now he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now Lance going to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Tough series in the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Now a play fake. Lance
rolling to his right. And that's going to be too high.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So on fourth down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal.
From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Caught left side, Williams. Gets this one in midfield before he's brought down.
16 more on that one and another first down.
Now they've completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is He's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Out of the gun now on third down. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And this one is right down Broadway. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Well, Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on fourth down with a penalty.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side.
And he's all the way across the 50 before he's finally pushed out of bounds.
A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Lance looking to throw it.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Here we go. Faster, faster.
Lance looks to throw again.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Eagles' 27-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Green down. Right through.
Shotgun now for Lance. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having power isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, Ames had the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. That is caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Pollard will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows,